Is your student struggling with the new literacy standards that are expected with the Common Core expectations? I'm Jennifer Parker, and I'm here to talk to you about WICOR strategies that can be used to help your child become successful. WICOR stands for Writing, Inquiry, Collaboration, Organization, and Reading. These methodologies are used in the AVID classroom, but employed by your student across the curriculum, they will encourage confidence and success in learning. Let's start with writing. Practicing writing daily is essential to improve in that skill. Besides journaling, your student can practice writing by taking Cornell notes in each of their classes, reviewing and revising those notes within 24 hours, and writing a summary to make sure they understand the content. Writing would also be required in science and social studies classes by using evidence to answer data-based questions based on the content. Next, we'll move on to inquiry. Inquiry is the act of asking for information, and at school with our students, we require this in the form of critical thinking. Inquiry focuses on application of Costas level of intellectual functioning, which is a progressive method of moving up to higher level thinking as a student considers their content or task at hand. Let's define the different levels of inquiry according to Costas level of functioning. There are 3 levels to be applied. Level 1 requires the student to gather information. Level 2 steps up and requires students to process the information that has been gathered. Level 3 reaches the most complex level of thinking in which the student is required to apply the information that they have already gathered and processed. Let's see students practicing inquiry using a science lesson.
Let's use this periodic table to come up with some questions for our Cornell notes in science.
Maybe we can list the elements that are considered gases.
That's good, but that's a little too basic. Maybe we can compare and contrast the characteristics of hydrogen and oxygen.
That's a little better, but let's expand our thinking a little. Let's predict the outcome of hydrogen and oxygen combining.
Our next level of WICOR involves collaboration. Collaboration is a real-life skill that's used daily as we have to work and share information with others. Collaboration is expected of students in their classes through the form of group projects or group activities in which they have to work and learn together. Let's watch a group collaborate on a group project.
Hey guys, we need to make a rough draft for our AVID collaboration project.
There are 7 different parts of this project. Let's divide it up first.
Ooh, I'll do the first part and the conclusion.
Well, you guys, I guess I'll take the next 2.
And we'll take what's left.
Okay.
Organization requires time, but it is critical to your students' success in their academic and social functioning. Students should learn to plan effectively using a calendar or an agenda, and they should learn to store their materials neatly using a binder. Now let's look at some different situations where a student is trying to stay organized. Okay students, remember it's really important to be organized and prepared. Your vocabulary boxes are due on Tuesday. You need to study for your quiz on Wednesday night because remember our chapter quiz is on Thursday. This student is trying to stay organized, but let's see a better method of him staying organized by using his binder. The last strategy in WICOR is reading. Besides using standard textbooks, which range in texts from fictional stories to informational articles, your student will experience reading in all of their classes. In math, reading, science, and social studies, your student will be expected to read with a purpose. Let's take a look at an example of reading in math class. An apartment complex has 3 buildings. Each building has 3 apartments. There are 3 people living in each apartment, and each person pays $3 per month for pool maintenance. The expression 3 to the 4th power denotes the amount paid each month for pool maintenance. Find this amount. Wow, that's a lot of reading in math. Math is not as simple as 2 plus 2. It also requires critical thinking. It's important for you to understand the requirements of reading in every class as you help your child advance through their education and ensure their success. Let's review the strategies that we've talked about using WICOR. Remember, W stands for writing, and your students should practice writing every day to get better. I stands for inquiry, the use of higher level, deeper thinking within your child's classes. C stands for collaboration, a skill that will require your student to work with others and ensure their success as a lifelong learner. O stands for organization. Remember, your child should be using a calendar and a binder to stay organized daily. Finally, R stands for reading. And remember, there's going to be reading going on in every class: science, social studies, English, and math. Thank you for joining us for this learning session using WICOR. We hope to have provided you with some valuable strategies to ensure your students' success.